treasure health space. If you are seeing my face for the first time, my name is Onyechi Linda. I'm a registered nurse midwife. So today in this video, I want to talk about things you hear people say on social media, and each time I say that, now that I'm a mother, it hits differently. Like, you keep wondering why people make posts and say this show is evil, this show is evil. Before I became a mother, those kind of things, you know, I don't give much attention to it. But now that I'm a mom, I see it from a different perspective. It hits differently right now that I'm a mom. So you might have come across some of those posts on social media where people will say, don't watch Cocomelon, it is evil. Don't allow your kids to watch that kind of show. But then, why? Why should kids not watch Cocomelon? A lot of persons said it makes kids act like zombies. Like, they act as though they are not humans or not normal per se. So, Cocomelon has been on the list of what people repeatedly post on social media, warning parents not to allow their kids watch shows like that. And there are a lot of other kids show, and you might just wonder, why is it only Cocomelon? A lot of persons have come out to say that it's overstimulating for the child. The scenes keep changing rapidly, and the kids love it and they just want to stay glued to it all day. And that begs the question, is Cocomelon really the problem? What is the problem? Is it Cocomelon, or there is a real issue that we are not addressing? So I don't think it is right for someone to just come on social media and then you tag somebody's show, as bad, as evil, simply because you feel it's overstimulating or it causes this or that. There are no scientific proof to back that up. So, in the light of that, I want to really say that I personally don't think that Cocomelon is the problem. Now, I'm speaking from experience, and before you come for me, please, whatever I'm going to say in this video are my personal opinion. There are things that I have observed as a mom. They are my personal opinion. So before you come for my head, think about that. So Coco Melon and a lot of other kids show has been, you know, pointed at as the cause of behavioral children, as the cause of behavioral problem in children, speech delay, low attention span, addiction, and all of that. But if you look at it critically, objectively, you will discover that Cocomelon is not actually the problem. We have a real issue at hand, and that real issue at hand is addressing the screen time. Yes, excess screen time is what leads to all of that issue that people are pointing at and saying Cocomelon is the problem. So, how should you manage your child's screen time? Should your child be allowed a screen time? It depends on you as a parent. What do you want to achieve as a parent? Would you want to look back tomorrow and then have a regret of not creating time for your kids, interacting with them, and, you know, being part of their formative years? or you want to look back tomorrow and be proud of yourself as a parent that yes, you put in effort, you did all you are supposed to do, you played your role very well as a mom, as a dad. Because a lot of times, truth be told, we as parents, we find it easy, it's easier actually for you to just leave your child and then allow them just watch cartoons, and then you do your thing. If you're a content creator, you create content, you go to work, you do a lot of other stuff, and then you just feel that, oh, the show is keeping them busy. They are not here to disturb you, they are not coming to, distract you from what you are doing. But you need to take part in your child's life, especially in their formative years. Is very, very important. So how do you balance it? We've established the fact that Cocomelon and other kids show, other sing along, learning songs, educational songs for kids is not actually the problem. The problem is excess screen time. Excess screen time. Even you as an adult, there's a way you will use social media or get glued to a particular TV program, and then you find yourself being addicted to that program. You just want to rush home, it's time for so 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 program, and you want to do everything so you can sit down to watch that program. And the day you don't watch it, you feel as if a part of you is no longer there. The same thing applies to these kids. When you expose them to excess screen time, they tend to get addicted to it. Addiction is the first thing. You see a kid of 2 years, 3 years, when you go out there, you see them dragging their mommy's phone, dragging daddy's phone, just so they could watch cartoon. That is because they've been exposed to it. There was no set standard of their exposure to social media, to cartoons, and every other show that they watch online. So you see them coming out to drag those things simply because mommy and daddy did not set the standard early enough for them. Now, a child of 2 to 5 years should not have a screen time more than an hour in a day. Okay, so you need to balance those things to know what is actually the problem with your child. All right, so there are things that, yes, people have mentioned that I quite agree with them that those things are true. Now, excess screen time can cause eye strain for the child, okay, blood vision, because you just sit there all day glued to the television and watching the television all day long. And then it can cause speech delay because this child is not interacting, for crying out loud. A child just sits before the television, watch it all day, smile, just laugh at the things he's seeing, jiggle when necessary. He's not communicating, he's not interacting with anybody, and they do it repeatedly every day. That child is bound to have or experience some delay in speech because there is no form of interaction. Okay, and another thing you should take note of is the fact that some of these children will want to just be alone. They don't want to interact with any other person. They just want to sit down and watch Cocomelon. They just want to sit down, watch it all day without you. Some of them wouldn't even want to eat. They just see when you're trying to feed them, they see it as a distraction, okay, from the program that they are watching. This and many more are a lot of things that we need to put into consideration and limit the screen time for these children. Excess screen time is the problem. I don't think that Cocomelon is the problem. There are a lot of other kiddies shows that when you expose these children to it, At the same time, you're going to find them getting addicted to those shows. It's not just um Coco Melon. Okay, so and when they watch it, you find them not even wanting to sleep. They don't want to do anything, so they have sleep disruption. They get addicted. There is eye strain. There is poor physical and social interaction when they watch this kiddies program for a very long time. So the problem, like I've said before, is excess screen time. Cocomelon is not the problem. Other kids show and educational program is not the problem. The problem is the excess screen time that we expose our children to. So you need to strike a balance. Okay, you need to strike a balance on how you can manage the screen time of your child, of your children. A kid should not be allowed to watch television all day, or just say it's YouTube Kids, or an app made just for kids. Okay, and you allow the child to be on that space all day long, simply because you feel that they are not coming to disturb you with whatever you are doing, so you keep them busy with that. So while you are keeping them busy with kiddies show, just remember that there is also a repercussion for exposing them that long to those kind of kiddies show. So Cocomelon is just an educational video or learning video out there made for children, just like any other one. So the Cocomelon is not the problem. The problem is excess screen time. So what do you do to manage that? You need to strike a balance. When you're striking a balance, make sure that a time is allocated for your child's screen time. Currently, in my own house, my babies don't observe screen time. Okay? Don't ask me why. We don't observe screen time for now. So you strike a balance. Know when you're going to allow them watch kiddies program, and for how long do you intend to allow them watch kiddies program. Now you set a limit. If they are watching a kiddies program, is it going to be for an hour? Is it going to be for 2 hours? Make sure you are firm about setting the limit. Don't say 1 hour today and you extend it to 3 hours, 4 hours. They are not going to take you serious. Next thing for you to do is to model it. If you want your child not to be addicted to the screen, you need to model it. You need to set the example yourself, because these kids, they learn by imitation, they learn by observation. Once they see that you are modeling it, they are going to follow suit in your footsteps. And then you provide alternative activities. A lot of times, because people now have access to social media, to different platforms for kids and adults, we tend not to provide any alternative for our children to play with. Provide alternative means of playing, learning, interaction is going to help a lot to prevent these kids from getting addicted to some programs on the social media space, to getting addicted to games, and a lot more of addiction and the problem that comes with those addiction. Another thing for you to do is get interactive with them while they are watching those shows. Try to ask them questions, what they have learned, what they understood, and they find it easy to interact with you, and they learn at that moment that it is not just about them watching those programs, that there are lessons to be learned from those kind of programs. So it's very, very important that You don't just leave kids to the screen, they should just watch it while you get busy. While they are watching it, what are you um teaching them? What are the lessons that you are pointing out? Okay, we are higher animals, and every opportunity presents a learning opportunity for the child. So if you don't utilize that opportunity, the child is going to draw lessons, right or wrong, from those programs, and then live with it, grow with it. So you use that time to interact with your child, ask them questions, allow them to ask questions where necessary. And the next thing for you to do to maintain balance and avoid, excuse me, and avoid addiction is for you to use um content appropriately. Sometimes you see parents giving, allowing children of 2 years, 3 years to watch programs meant for 8 years old, 10 years old kids. That is not right. So you need to use the content purposefully, and make sure that the kids are doing the right thing or learning the right thing that they are supposed to learn. So if you got value from this live stream, please don't forget to share. Check out my other videos in the description, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and see you next time.